Millions of people across Spain and Portugal have been hit by massive power cuts. Trains stopped, planes were grounded, and there was chaos on the roads as traffic lights failed. Internet and mobile phone networks are down. Shops and businesses were plunged into darkness, and there's been panic buying. Well, it isn't yet clear what has caused the blackouts, but a cyber attack appears to have been ruled out. This report from Ellie Price.
Tonight, it's not as dark as many had feared it could be, for this street in Madrid at least.
An hour and a half ago, the light's back, but there are certain neighbourhoods in Madrid that haven't done it. It's been a bit of a fearful day, but now it seems that all is over.
But earlier, this was the metro system in Porto. A similar picture in other big cities as the outage hit Spain and Portugal, as well as parts of southern France this morning. Back in Spain, locals helped stranded passengers as trains literally stopped in their tracks. The entire rail network ground to a halt. This one, midway between Seville and Madrid.
Everyone's sort of been so nice, and anytime anyone's got any food or water, they share it around everyone. So that's been really nice, just kind of that kind of community feeling.
For those who chose to drive, more misery. This is what happened as soon as the traffic lights stopped working. The centre of Madrid quickly grinding to a standstill.
I don't understand anything. I just don't know who to turn to. My daughter's in Barcelona about to give birth. We're going to miss the train to get there and see her.
There were flight delays, cancellations and frustrations in both countries, though Lisbon airport was the worst hit.
Currently expecting to have to stay in Lisbon overnight, but I have no idea if I can actually even book a hotel because currently places can't take any payment.
Lack of phone signal quickly became problematic for everyone, with businesses shutting up shop, unable to keep the lights on or take card payments, which then meant people rushed to take out cash. Where retailers could stay open, shoppers came to get what they could, the shelves emptying quickly in some areas.
Is it bothering you like this?
Play was suspended at the Madrid Open, including for Britain's Jacob Fernley, as a camera got stuck in the way and the electronic line judges and scoreboard stopped working. It didn't affect American Coco Gauff powering through to the quarter-final, though, but it did ruin her post-match interview.
So maybe I just need to not get a lot of sleep.
When the mic and sound system went off. The rest of the day's action at the tournament was called off. Spectators had to leave in the dark. The Portuguese government has ruled out a cyber attack, but tonight Spain's Prime Minister said all causes would be investigated as he asked people to only use their mobile phones responsibly.
Telecommunications are now at a critical moment. It may be a few hours until we can fully recover electricity, and therefore we need to make short calls and only use the emergency number if it's really necessary.
Things may be starting to look a little more normal for some, but tonight the Spanish government says less than half of the country's energy demand has been recovered. Portugal's main power operator has said it could take a week to return to full normality. Ellie Price, BBC News.
Yeah, just to say, in the last few minutes, we've heard from the Spanish Prime Minister, who said 50% of power there has now been restored, and energy companies are reporting that supplies are getting back to normal in parts of Portugal as well. But today's events do raise questions about the vulnerability of power grids in modern nation states and about whether anything like that could happen here in the UK. Well, to answer some of those questions, here's Daniel Sanford, who joins me now.
Yes, Ben, modern power networks are incredibly complex systems with electricity generators like power stations, solar farms and wind farms connected to consumers by a high-tech, high-voltage network. But in the 21st century, electricity grids are more vulnerable than they were because of the risks from cyber attacks, extreme weather caused by climate change, and the lower resilience of new ways of generating electricity like wind and solar. And the fail-safe mechanisms mean that when things start to go wrong, there can be a domino effect and a whole network can go down. Spain and Portugal seem to have narrowly avoided that. And restarting a network from zero generation, what's called a black start, can take several days. And our reliance on electricity means that, as we've seen in Spain, traffic lights, petrol stations, railways and airports quickly stop working. Cash points and payment systems can fail, leaving people without a way of buying food. And if the power cut lasts for more than a few hours, mobile phone networks, the internet and even the television networks can fail. Hospitals should keep working with their backup generators. This worst-case scenario would leave people without food or water and with no way of getting information about what to do. So although a massive power cut is very unlikely here, the risk is no longer zero, and according to the government's official risk register, the effect would be catastrophic. That's why 2 years ago, the government started encouraging households to keep an emergency kit at home, with a torch with spare batteries, a radio that works without mains power, and enough tinned food and water to last a few days. Ben.
OK, Daniel, thank you very much indeed. And our Europe correspondent Nick Beake has just arrived in Madrid, and he joins me now on the phone because of the power situation there. Nick, just bring us up to date. What is the latest from there now?
Good evening, Ben. Yes, I'm in a very eerie central Madrid where my journey to this place was really pretty much in the dark. Many lights are not on. You can see mainly police officers and flashing blue lights. The traffic lights that we've been hearing about today, they're still not functioning. In some streets, there is a flicker of light. And, of course, this was the day that the lights went out. And for some, I think, younger Spaniards, they weren't quite taken back to the dark ages, but this was a world they'd never seen before. No mobile phones working, contactless payments not available. And if I just describe the scene now, Ben, you've got hundreds of people that I can see. Many, I've spoken to a few tonight, people whose phones are dying, they haven't been able to recharge them. You get pockets of signal every now and then. But certainly, if we're hearing tonight that 50% of the country is getting back to normal, it doesn't feel like it here. This is a massive job that they've got, that they're undertaking. This power went out in seconds, but it's going to take a lot longer than that, Ben, to restore it to what it was.
Nick, thank you very much. Nick Beake there for us in Madrid. Extraordinary day there.